Hello friends, today I have brought you 10 such explosive movies that will give you great suspense, action, crime, great thrill, mystery plus adventure. Fantasy movies are also included in them and you must watch the video till the end. So friends, before starting the list there is a small request, please subscribe to the channel and share the video. So friends, let's move on to the first movie of our list. The name of this movie is The Covenant. Talk about the story of this movie. In this movie we are shown Afghanistan, where the war is going on and there are some American soldiers who live there are trying to catch terrorists by tracking them and so on. During the mission they are attacked, due to which their entire team is killed and only 2 soldiers are alive and caught by terrorists. How will they save his life? You have to watch a movie to know whether people survive or not, brother. Seriously, the movie is very good. You will get to experience action and thrill, brother. You will get to experience the next level. You will be running in your mind all the time that it is going to happen with a soldier, so it is highly recommend to watch this movie once. So friends, move on to the second movie on your list. The name of this movie is The Pale Blue Eye and this movie came in 2022. Talk about the story of this movie. A U.S. military office is hired to conduct an investigation. It happens where a lot of officers are being killed one by one, so the person named Blender has to find out who is doing the murder. How is this happening? And this is all we are made to experience during this movie, that too with a very good horror element. What I personally liked about this movie is the cinematography of the movie. It is very amazing, very dark, it is very eye-pleasing to me, and the mystery of this movie is different. I will definitely recommend you to watch this movie once. You will also get to watch this movie on Netflix in Hindi English. So friends, let's move on to the third movie. The name of this movie is Reptile and this movie is from 2023. Let's talk about the story of this movie. There is a murder case which is met by a man named Tom who is a police officer. Got a case. Then when this man named Tom starts to investigate the case, the way things getting complex is amazing to see. The fun within the movie becomes more meaningful as the movie progresses. It is confusing to see what will happen in the end, so I will definitely recommend to watch it once and you will get a lot of fun and thrill experience in this movie. So you can watch this movie on Netflix. Will go. So guys, let's move on to be on our list. The name of this movie is Enola Holmes and this movie came in 2020. There are multiple parts of this movie, but for this video we are going to talk about the first part. Now the story of this movie we revolve around a girl named Enola who is now Sherlock Holmes' sister. Sherlock does not live in the city. His sister lives alone with her mother, but something strange happens with her mother due to which she suddenly goes missing. So now Enola doesn't know where she went, so in search of her she goes out in search of her mother. So now she finds her mother, or she doesn't find her. Then how does she find her? What happens after that to Enola? You will have to watch the movie to know what happens with it. You have a good action adventure in this movie. You will get to experience it, but comedy has also been added in it in a very good way, so it makes this movie much more entertaining to watch. So definitely, friends, you must check out this movie on Netflix in Hindi and English. Will get. So friends, let's go to the fifth movie on your list. The name of this movie is Boss Level and talk about the story of this movie. There's a person in it who used to be a special agent. One day some people try to kill him and they succeed in killing him, but this person does not die. He is trapped inside the time loop on the same day. The day of the murder repeats again and again, and he is trying to find out who has done his murder and why, and while finding out and what the reason they killed them, you will see full brutal action in this movie, bro. It is a great action movie, and like the name of this movie, Boss Level, well, it has action, thrill, mystery, crime in it, so watch this movie. I will definitely recommend this movie. So friends, move on to the sixth movie on your list. The name of this movie is Hacksaw Ridge. I don't believe that this story is based on a real story. Now talk about the story of this movie. In this movie there is a guy who was sent to fight in World War II, but now he is very religious, due to which he decides that no matter what happens he will not shoot at anyone during the World War. Now brother, think for yourself. You are in the middle of a world war. You have decided that no matter what happens I will not shoot at anyone. So in the story of this guy, how does he survive? What happens to him during the World War? He will shoot people or not? We must watch it once and you will get to watch. I will highly recommended this movie in Hindi English. So friends, move on to the seventh movie on your list. The name of this movie is Love and Monsters. Talk about the story of this movie. In this movie the environment is not like living on top of the world. All the people are living underground below the earth level, and they are doing it because the earth, all the creatures on the earth, all the animals that used to be small have become very large, due to which it is not safe for them to stay on the earth. But behind them is a boy who has to meet his girlfriend who lives in another city, for which he will have to travel outside the underground world to reach this girl. How is the trip? What kind of monsters and creatures, animals have to feed him? By watching the movie, brother, you will get to see great action and full adventure. You will get to watch this movie on Netflix. So guys, move on to the eighth movie on your list. The name of this movie is Gran Turismo. Talk about the story of this movie. Imagine while racing in a video game you get an opportunity during which you can race with a professional on a real race track. Then you will be happy or nervous, because how will you be able to compete with a professional sitting at home? And playing video games becomes a different thing. Then you get to see the same concept in the movie of 2023, brother. This movie is based on a real story which is unbelievable. This happens with a boy named Yan. In this movie that guy wanted to be a racer since his childhood. Then he gets this opportunity, then he says yes to the opportunity. What happens to him everyone knows. For that you will have to watch the movie. I really like the movie, brother. It was very beautiful made made with many details from each motion to each character development. I felt very wonderful in this movie. I would definitely recommend watching this movie. So friends, move on to the ninth second last movie on your list. The name of this movie is Dracula Untold. Talk about the story of this movie. In it you will also get to see action, adventure, fantasy of supernatural level. In this movie there is a man named Vlad. It happens that his empire is also threatened by Turkish people, and he doesn't have many weapons and he doesn't have many men to fight with them, so this guy makes a deal with Dracula in return and becomes Dracula himself. Can he save his empire in this way or not, or what happens to him? Friends, the answer to all these will be found in this movie. This movie came out in 2014. I recommend you to watch it once. You can watch this movie on Prime Video. So friends, move on to the 10th last movie on your list. The name of this movie is The Grey. Talk about the story of this movie. In this movie there is a plane. People travel in the plane and something happens. That plane crashes. Now none of the passengers survive. Only 6 people survive, and trying to survive in the snow is already so much more difficult to survive in the Alaskan snow. But then they are followed by wolves who are after them to eat. And brothers, wolves are not like that. They are very bloodthirsty and cunning wolves. How do the 6 people who have survived now face this snow while protecting themselves from wolves? Watch this movie and know that the adventure of Amazing Brother makes you experience awesome survival skills. So it is definitely recommended to watch this movie, and you will also get to watch this movie in Hindi English. So friends, all of these movies, which have you seen, and if you haven't seen any of them, which will you want to see? Then tell us in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like, share the video. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.